Do you think
how they
that
live.
do you think that the mindset, I don't know what type of mindset you have to have in order to have a room that messy, but do you think there's any direct parallels between having a messy room or having an unkept space and parasocial parasocial tendencies?
I don't think so. I think that that's kind of a played out stereotype. Like these are people who are in their basement drinking Mountain Dew, playing video games, talking to each other. I think that's an old paradigm. I think this is spread beyond that. I mean, there's people in these spaces that they're millionaires, man. There's people in these spaces who got professional jobs and shit. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think
true.
it's just I don't think it's just filthy people on, on the internet. I think there's some people just have nasty ass houses and need to clean up. It's just
Yeah,
that
they could
simple.
just be just like spending most time on the internet. Kind of focusing on a little bit more on screen time than their environment until they realize like, oh shit, I got
It
to clean
stinks
that
in
out.
here.
Yeah, it stinks. Something's dead in the back.
I mean, to be fair, being nose blind,
Haven't fed my cat in 2 days.
Where's my
being no,
cat?
oh, I mean, being nose blind is a thing. You can't
Oh my
smell
god.
yourself if you're the only one up in there. There could be mold. There could be
Whiskers.
mold. There could be
Right,
Where's
mold.
whiskers.
I haven't seen Whiskers in days. Cat's dead in the
Whiskers.
closet.
You got a full bag. You got a full bag of you got a full bag
Oh
of
He's
cat.
right next to the door. He's just next to the door.
He's like, oh, I've never seen a sock. Oh, I've never seen a sock this big. What the heck?
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit!
All right, before
Fucking
we continue
whiskers.
on, two quick things. Shout out to San Jose. Thank you for dropping the links in the chat. Much appreciated. I'm going to bring up two more people. One person, they just started their channel, Vanta Black and Arawella. Please subscribe. If you can drop that link a couple times in the chat, feel free. Thank you, San Jose, for doing that. Much appreciated. And San Jose, put your Cash App in the chat too so people can support you if you're willing. But we're going to bring Vanta. Vanta, no main character syndrome tonight, man. Come on, bro. We're
Oh,
having
you
a good
telling it?
time.
That's like tearing a
I
car not to
know, I
drive.
know, I know, I know. I'm gonna let him rock
You're
out
cutting
though.
his
I'm gonna let him
balls
rock
off.
out. I'm gonna rock him out, and then we got the man, the myth, the legend, get crack as well. So good panel so far. Let's
Yeah,
go,
what's
gentlemen.
up? What's up? Since you're talking about Gamer, I can give you more background because he crashed out on Ruby, stop like streaming suddenly stopping before.
Oh, this ain't the first.
This
Yeah,
ain't the
he's
Really?
done
first,
it
and this
before.
ain't
Yeah.
ain't
It's a
gonna be the last.
pattern. Ooh,
So,
okay.
but
watch
this
the pattern.
time, he went on TK's panel, but the problem was like TK private that stream, and then now all his streams are nuked because he got copyright strike from YouTube. So that's gone forever. I was gonna tell King like, yo, unprivate this. Can you find this unprivate so I can clip it? Because what happened was Gamer went on that stream and he started huffing and puffing, like seriously, like he couldn't talk. He was just like so mad. He was just so mad, and he was just like, "I hate you, King. I hate you, Jeremy. I hate all of you that keep making Ruby crash out and all this stuff." And it took like Gobbledygook, Gobbledygook, like this
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like she's
Yeah.
a
The old
big
lady. Yeah.
chatter, but she rarely panels. But she's like
yeah,
one of those older, motherly types that
yeah.
loves watching this type of content. And
Mother
then she
Goose.
went on.
Yes.
Yeah, she tried to calm him down. Like she always goes and tries to calm like these autistics down. Like I feel like this is another archetype, like the matron type, where
Oh,
she's
you think?
like the
Oh,
Ooh,
one
that's
that always
I guess
tough.
I
loves
want to say
to
that.
help out. Like Mackenzie is another one. Like Mackenzie Carter Cameron,
Ooh,
she
yeah,
always like
yeah.
Paro, and you got the
She,
heat of it because Paro went at low went at Paro, and she
yeah,
protected
yeah,
Paro. She's
yeah,
protecting
yeah.
these people that she
Mm-hmm.
likes, and she's always in Gamer's chat. And I thought Gamer was gonna be the next person that like Mackenzie was gonna
Ooh,
shield and
yes.
protect next. So she likes to collect her little like sons and daughters that she feels like need protecting, and Gamer was gonna be the next one, I think. If Gobbly was to get it.
Interesting.
Yep,
Interesting.
that's another
Wow.
archetype right there.
Yep,
You
yep.
can see this all the
I'm
time,
writing
man.
it
This shit
down.
is like
Yeah.
commonplace. This is
Do you
so
think?
See.
common.
How do you know? I do have a question, Craig. Do you know how
Mm.
old Mackenzie and Gobbledygook are? Like their you don't have to give me the specific age, but like give me an age
I
range.
think Gobblies has kind of said at least 60-ish something. She's retired, right? Or,
Okay.
no, she's not retired actually. She still works at Target, but in the warehouse somewhere. I mean, she still works, but she seemed like she's probably one of the oldest viewers of this space. Yeah.
Okay, second question.
Mackenzie's probably not that old though, from what I've
Okay,
heard. Maybe
second
50
question.
at most. Yeah.
Do you know if either of these women have children or grandchildren?
I know that Gobbity has supposedly from what I heard in chat, they said like from Discord they know about this, but I don't know. I don't know if that's just lies because there's always going to be hate groups
Yeah,
because
those
she
are
came
gonna
from
be
Healthy
liars.
Family Force. She came from Healthy Family Force, and
Ah,
that whole area is
Yep.
another Boyd zone that imploded long before us. So I think Healthy Family Force is all done now, right? Like
Yeah, they've exploded. They've
yeah, they exploded. And
self-destructed.
all the
So,
insects went to us. Like
yeah.
all the bugs. It got fumigated, and then all the bugs ran into our houses, and we're like, "What the fuck?"
Leftover cockroaches came through
Yeah,
here. Yeah, snuck
spray
in.
them. Yeah,
okay. What now? The reason I'm asking these questions is because you know how sometimes women, infantize things that have no relationship to them. And I was thinking that maybe that's what's going on between these older,
infantilizing.
yeah, between these older
Yeah, I
women.
see. I see what you're saying.
Treating Gamer
Yeah,
and Peril like they're kids.
yeah, I could see it. Yeah,
I mean,
I
I've
could
seen
see
that. I've
that.
seen that quite a while when it comes to a lot of women who support certain creators.
I think it's fair though because I think
It
Gamer
is.
and Paro are emotionally not mature. Paro is definitely not dumb, right? It's
Yeah,
like
Peril's not dumb. He's just weird.
no, he like TK and Paro. I feel like are the same type of issue. Like they like to relate
Yeah.
to the world through fiction. Like TK does a lot of movie references, right? Sometimes sports, and then Paro does a lot of WWE, like wrestling references, and that's a sign of intelligence to me because I see them trying to analyze things, but then they don't have the vocabulary, right? Because none of them ever went to college or even like maybe even not even through high school. I think TK's admitted like he barely got even through elementary or something. So it's like shit.
Do you think
So
that?
So yeah,
the final straw that broke the camel's back is that Gamer told TK that he would call CPS, and that's when Ruby was like, "Oh, Gamer, you don't do shit like that," and that's why they kind of separated now.
yeah. He
Gamer
takes this shit very seriously.
he
Yeah, the
took it
internet
overboard
stuff.
with that. Yeah.
Because you see where Gamer comes from, the LCU. So that's another world we didn't explore. That's like Slick Rick was talking about, like, oh, CT is the top 40. You know what's really the top 40 of Boy? LCU. It's like scripted content. They make like
Yeah.
locales like digestible to people
Yeah.
in the mainstream.
Yeah,
Real locales are horrifying. Real
yeah.
locales are horrifying. Like we got Chris Chan who raped his own mom at towards the end of
Mhm.
his like
Oof.
timeline. He was
Horror
Oof.
the
cows.
first. He was the
Horror cows.
first like locale that they pressed
Mm-hmm.
and pushed into insanity. So
It's like pulp horror versus Lovecraftian horror. It's
yeah,
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The gap is wild.
So
I don't
they
think
go
any of
so
our
it's sanitized, right? It's like, oh, I
yeah.
can reality show these locales, and that's what LCU is, and this is where Gamer comes from. He takes
I
it very
think
Cyrax.
seriously.
Cyrax.
Cyrax.
Yeah,
Cyrax is
right.
one.
Cyrax, yeah, is
I think
another
the
one.
main I think the main wall between the two is that these locale, like Gamer and Ruby and all these other people, all the people in the Boyd sphere are way more interactable compared to
Mm-hmm.
Cyrax
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and Chris
Yeah.
Chan. You like you
That is true. That is
most
true.
people you hear about Chris Chan. You never really get to interact with them. You never seen them face to face or talk to
Mm-hmm.
them directly. But these people on the other hand, you can go up on their panel, you can get their number, text them on Discord, blah blah blah. So I think that level of interactivity is the reason why Boy is a little bit more appealing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely true. Yep.
The fact that
Jeremy
you can,
is one
the fact that
example
you
of
can,
this too, right? Jeremy loves
yeah, yeah.
interaction. Even though he calls everyone's chat rats, he always goes on stream, even if he has nothing to talk about. He just wants to
He just
interact with
yeah,
chat.
he just blabbles.
Like,
Yeah, he just
you are
fucking says all this.
addicted.
Straight up babbling, almost every stream,
And
and
now
yet
he's
he's
getting
like, "Oh,
40 to
I'm gonna do
50 because
this."
dude, after Ruby imploded and then Grace and Ben are like MIA, like they're only doing panels and that's it. and they're waiting for the next time they can do gambling streams so they get their
Mhm.
extra 200. They claim they get $200 an hour, right? But they can only
That's
do
bullshit.
8 hours a month, so they can only work for 8 hours a month at $200 an hour. That's your quote unquote
Wow.
income now for gambling. All right.
Wow.
So now that they got that, they don't need to stream anymore because that's basically the same amount they got in super chats or donations on subs anyway. Probably they did the
Yeah.
math probably, and they're like, why don't we just keep doing this gambling stuff and not even stream anymore? Because they don't need the attention, I guess.
Personally, I think they do need the attention, and that most of that is just
Well, they
code.
get it from CT. They get
Yeah,
it from
that's what I'm saying.
they
I call this
hate
like
their old audience. They hate their audience.
yeah, I
now.
called this like last year. I called this last year when it like right before like I found Ben off CTs, and then when I saw my other channels and saw how they interacted on their own streams, I was like, the second they only interact with let's just say it. I'm just gonna say it. A lot of the black panels is because they have nothing else to do.